Welcome to Soundbite, the podcast where we talk to interesting people in the Maritimes about their stories, specialties, and insights. I'm Caitlin Dutt, one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Tim Porter.
Hi, Tim.
Hi. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. Any fun things happen in your past week, Tim? I don't know. It's been a blur for me.
Fun things. Nothing that stands out.
Sweet. Well, I went to a conference and I think I'm still recovering from that conference. A little bit tired, a little bit.
I guess I saw you there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
It's been too long now.
4 days. Yeah.
That's right.
All right. Well, I'm super excited about the guest that we have today with us. It's a Fredericton band called Marian, and they've been established since 2018. With members Jerry-Faye Ward, Dylan Ward, and Stefan Wessner. And today we have Dylan Ward and Jerry-Faye Ward with us.
Right.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
And I understand, Jerry-Faye, your father's Don Flatt.
Yes, he is.
Of course you would make that reference, Tim. That makes sense. Tim knows everyone.
He was a CBC guy, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Retired now. He's living his best retired life, but
Cool. Well, give him our best.
Yeah, we'll do.
Tim, being the former journalist that he is, does know all of the journalists in town.
Well, I heard. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, Dylan, you're in a few bands.
Yes.
Yeah, this is. Has this been your longest serving band, or give us kind of an overview of your musical scene?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, I've pretty much been playing music all my life. Really kind of kicked it off in high school, and then I moved to Fredericton to go to a recording college.
Yeah, the one downtown there. What was it called?
Yeah. It was called the Center for Arts and Technology when I went there, and then it got bought out by Da Vinci College.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know we had a recording.
And then it ended up closing its doors when the New Brunswick government introduced like the free tuition for like a hot minute.
Oh yeah. Back in 2016.
Because it was a private college, they couldn't qualify for like that same benefit, and so they were like, we're going to lobby for a year, and then they just never opened up their doors.
Sure.
But it was it was a funny little college for sure. I definitely enjoyed my time there. I even worked there for a little bit as well. So
and Jerry-Faye, you've been playing music for a long time as well, haven't you?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same story as Dylan. Like, I started in high school and started playing in bands probably when I was in like the 10th grade. But even before that, I was playing coffee houses and little fundraiser events that my mom was doing for like, the Conservation Council and peace rallies in St. John and all this stuff.
Cool.
She always had me singing and performing from the time I was young. So yeah, I've always been playing rock music in some capacity.
And you're a bass player.
Yeah, I play bass, and I started with guitar when I was younger. That's kind of how I started with my singer-songwritery stuff. But I started playing bass in 2017, I guess, and it was for another Fredericton band called Aminal. They asked me to play bass. I had never played bass before, and I was like, I can try. Mm-hmm. And then the following year, I guess, Dylan asked me to fill in on bass for Marian because there was a different bass player at the time. And I was like, I think I can do that. And then I ended up taking over his job.
Yeah. Perfect. and that's how you guys kind of met as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, through the band. Yeah. playing music together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, I mean, I don't know if the wider public knows this, but you are married to each other. So
We are married to each other. We do have the same last name, not by
Yes.
coincidence.
Yes. But it's kind of, I find it kind of iconic that, you guys are a couple, are in this band together, kind of crafting the narrative. And it's really just been really cool to see you guys evolve as well. Like the harmonic kind of singing that you both do together, it just has this really cool quality that comes in through Marian.
Oh, thanks, Caitlin. That's really nice of you to say. And I think it's funny too, because you have a interesting perspective of me and Dylan, because
Yes.
Dylan and I started like dating / playing music together when I was the arts editor of the Aquinian.
Yeah.
And when you were doing layout, I think. So you
Yeah.
saw our whole relationship from the very beginning.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Went to the wedding,
You've seen it all.
I've seen it all.
You've been there the whole time.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's just been a pleasure to, be friends with you both, but also see the progression of the music. So speaking of the progression of the music, you guys just came out with a new album. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So the album's called Play Louder, Hit Harder, which I just love that title. Where did it come from? How did it manifest?
Yeah, so it's actually a quote from an artist called Alex Chilton, who is one of the songwriters in a band called Big Star. I became kind of obsessed with this band, I guess years ago now, but they have a very, very cool kind of tragic sort of story as a band who had all the things that would have made them very successful, but because of just kind of bad luck and bad timing, it never worked out for them. But the songwriter Alex Chilton kind of became this like cult icon, and I just started reading about his life and biographies and kind of anything I could get my hands on. And there was this one quote in this book where he just talked about. He told his backing band at the time just to play louder and hit harder, which was so like perfect timing for me to kind of take that in, because the band was starting to kind of change direction. And we knew that the second album, we wanted to go in that direction of kind of just more straight ahead rock, and have a little bit more attitude. And then I kind of mentioned this to the band, and I think it was Stefan that mentioned that would be a great album title, because our first album is called Hit Record or Hit Record,
right,
whichever way you look at it. Mm-hmm. So this being the sophomore album, the idea that in the title there's a hit harder in there is like kind of funny. So it's almost like a part 2 or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
A sequel, I guess.
Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't even think about that. But that's a really interesting concept. Yeah. And you guys did, like, if you listen to like the first sort of songs that you're doing in the first album, you do kind of have this progression towards more of a stronger rock vibe in this album. What made you decide to take that direction? So
it wasn't the first direction that we were going, actually, because we started to write the second album pretty soon after the first one, and we had a lot of it kind of figured out, so much so that we went back into the studio and started recording the second album. But sort of halfway through that, our guitar player Tim, he decided to leave the band and just kind of focus on family and work and all that stuff, right? So but we had this album that was, half done or more than half done, and we kind of had to put a pause on it. And then we had kind of like a summer lineup of shows. We had to figure out what we were going to do. So we weren't sure if we were going to get a new guitar player, and we didn't really have any good idea about who that would be. So we decided to just try the summer playing these shows as a 3-piece. So no other guitar player, just the 3 of us, and let's see if we could do it. And kind of from that, we sort of had to rework a bunch of the songs, and they just lended themselves to being a kind of more rocky, sort of heavier trio kind of sound. And we're trying to fill in that sonic space of the missing guitar player now. So the arrangement started to change. We started to add extra pedals, and like, how can we diversify our sound as a 3-piece to be sonically as interesting as we were before? And it was like an interesting kind of puzzle to solve. And then, through that too, the music started to change. And then we just decided, we got that mantra, the play louder, hit harder. Let's double down on us being a powerhouse trio. And it was really fun. The shows were really fun as well, because we, there's an excitement there. We just kind of were like, let's put the pedal to the metal, and we'll just be all action for like 30 to 45 minutes during a set. And people really responded well to it. So we decided to keep going.
Well, now I've got the replacement song earworming through my head, so thanks for that.
Yeah, exactly.
But tell us a little bit about your shows. Like, where do people see you? Like,
playing the new Maritime Music Festival in Miramichi on July 3rd, which is also Dylan's birthday, so that's going to be great.
Nice.
And then we're playing in Charlottetown, and then we're going to be back at the Cap in August, and we've got a show in Halifax at Gus's Pub. And we're ending our tour of the season at the Barracks Tent for Harvest in September. So that'll be great.
That's awesome.
So lots of opportunities to see us around, and couple in Fredericton, couple around the Maritimes.
Sure. Well, I guess you check out your website or your Facebook page or something.
Yeah, Facebook or Instagram is kind of where we've been posting our tour stuff, our tour info. So yeah, you can check us out there.
Cool. And can you pick up this album like any place where you can find music, or?
Yeah, we just have it released digitally right now, so all of your streaming platforms and then Bandcamp. But then we're gonna do a vinyl re-release, is in the works for the fall. So
Great.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, see, Tim really likes to get the vinyl, and then
Nice.
have all of our podcast guests sign the vinyl.
Oh,
So
yes.
You guys will
Yeah,
have
we
to
can definitely do that.
come back around so he can add it to his collection in the office.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're putting the record out through Monopolized, which is like a local label in St. John.
Oh, nice.
Run by Corey Bonavie, and he's a really cool guy. He's been working with a lot of really good artists, so he's helping us with the vinyl re-release, and we're putting it out through his label. So yeah, we'll keep you in the loop for that.
Yeah, exactly. Then I can get it to play throughout the office when we're working, right, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm wondering as well, like I really love the songwriting in some of these songs in Play Louder, Hit Harder. Like specifically, oh my gosh, I think it's Life This Way, really vibed with that one. Wavering, also really good. And these are the songs that are kind of talking about like being in your 20s, trying to figure out life, not exactly like going the way that you always thought it would go. And I'm wondering, not just like for some like for these songs, but also for all the songs on the album, what is like the songwriting process? Like, do all the 3 of you write? Is it a collaborative effort? Is it more just like one of you, or how does that go?
Yeah, the songwriting is, for this record at least, pretty well split 50-50 between Dylan and I. The way it kind of works is one of us has an idea for a song, whether that be lyrically or whether that be musically, and then we'll kind of bring the idea to the band, and from there we will construct it from the ground up. Dylan usually has a lot of ideas for like the instrumentation of it. So he'll be like, oh, well, try this beat on the drums or try this. And then I'll kind of write my own little bass riffs. And then Dylan will add in some lead stuff on the guitar. And then the funny thing about Dylan's songwriting, I find, is that the lyrics usually come last. Whereas for me, the lyrics come first. So it's like an interesting way to write songs where you're playing the whole entire song from start to finish for like months. And then Dylan will like be like, oh man, I really got to write the lyrics for this song.
Right. So you've got the chords and everything already.
Yeah.
Just like,
and you're humming the tune. Like he has like the tune of the song. So it's like you end up singing it like da 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 la da da for like practice for months.
Nice. I guess you just have to be careful about not doing the little humming during the actual performance of the song.
No, that happens all the time. Like it's like because we do it for too long where we kind of are singing gibberish, and then it's hard to break the gibberish once the lyrics are actually there. It's actually it's actually a problem. Like I try to not do that, but it's like for me, I usually have a concept of what the song is about, and I might have a line here and there. I might know what I sing during the chorus, but I don't have everything figured out. Basically until the last possible second. And then I either decide it's good enough or I sort of give up, and then I have to be happy with what I say.
Yeah.
It's also, it's funny that you mentioned that you like the songwriting for Wavering, which also makes me go, yes, because I rewrote the lyrics for that song 4 times. I had 4 different concepts for that song.
Tell us more.
And yeah, I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to write about. And I literally rewrote it 4 different ways. And then at the last possible second, literally when we were in studio recording the vocals, I finished the vocals. So yeah,
that's great. You could say that you were wavering on the choice of the lyrics.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great though.
Is that your request, Kaylin?
My request?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Let's play Wavering.
Okay.
So this is Wavering by Marian from their new album, Play Louder, Hit Harder.
It's easy to say that quitting a job with solid solutions to my mental block. My creativity is low. Life in my 20s, I thought that before I need a pension and to build my credit score. Our foolishness will go by. After all this, still I find what I wanted.
That was Wavering by Marian from their new album. But yeah, love that song. It's just I like the rock and roll of it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a cool song.
Yeah.
And you both
yeah.
have, you're both vocalists.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Mhm. See, I'm already getting Tim to buy all of
Yeah.
your guys' albums now. This is my plan all along.
So, Dylan, do you have a recording studio in your house?
No, actually, I do have a studio, but it's right downtown,
I see.
right across from City Hall in the same building as Backstreet Records.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Bellwether. Yeah, so we're on the top floor, which is really great for a studio because you have to lug all your gear
Way
all
up
the
the
way
stairs,
up there.
like
Yeah.
a third floor walk up.
Yeah, exactly. It's everybody loves it.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I've been up there since I don't know,
been a while.
It's been a long time. Yeah, at least 7 years or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of production up there for various bands, right?
Yeah. I record a lot of New Brunswick bands, and as well as my own projects like Marian and like my other band, the Hello Crows.
Yeah, we've interviewed a couple of the Crows.
Yes,
well, Dylan's
Couple
one of them.
Crows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering, were you looking at anyone in particular when looking for like the inspiration of this album, is like different artists or people like that? Because I know, again, like when you kind of switched to a new genre of music, were there any sort of like, I guess, inspirations that you were looking at?
Yeah, for sure. One thing we kind of just kept talking about was we wanted to try to go for like a 90s sort of feel.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed where my songwriting was going, and as well as Jerry-Faye's. So, and I think the thing I like about a lot of those 90s kind of alt rock bands is that they are the products of bands like Big Star, or a lot of them like love the Beatles. But the sound of the band has more of an edge to it. So they take that kind of that power pop or that like pop sensibility in the songwriting, but with kind of more distorted guitars, and they kind of dress it up in a different way. But the kind of like the fundamental songwriting basis is very influenced by that kind of style, which I find really cool because you get these very catchy sort of earworm songs, but then they have that rock sort of edge and excitement to them, which is kind of everything I love in a rock song. So I mean, specific bands, we're always talking about Big Star. It's definitely like the number one for me anyways. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm also a huge fan of a band called Spoon. That's a more contemporary band that's still playing. They actually played Harvest like 2 years ago, I think.
Okay.
And that just like blew my mind. I've always been a huge fan of them. There's a couple of bands that Jerry-Faye and I both love. Another contemporary band called Soccer Mommy. That
I
is
know
very,
them. Yeah.
very
Not
much
know,
in
but-
that kind of that 90s throwback sort of sound.
Mm-hmm.
And another band called Hospitality, which is like a little bit more like unknown, but they were a band that I loved in high school. They all kind of share the similar kind of aesthetic or something that we're talking about here. So
Maybe a little bit like Urge Overkill and from Chicago. You know Urge Overkill?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they've put out a
Yeah.
couple albums. You listen to Urge Overkill, and you might kind of hear yourself in that.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to write it down. But like, and the one that we get a lot is Sloan. Like,
Sure.
it's like this is a very Sloany kind of a Canadiana or like East Coast rock in the 90s, like Sloan and Joel Plaskett and stuff like that, which is like amazing because also like love those bands.
Mm-hmm. And so this album, it kind of, it explores themes about adulthood, uncertainty, pressure. Do you have an idea of themes that you may want to explore in your next record or your next album? I know I'm thinking ahead to the future, but you did say that for the first album, Hit Record, you almost immediately started songwriting right after. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a daunting question.
yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. I think it's funny because it's almost like the album started to make a lot more sense when we were getting to the end of like finishing it in terms of like what we were actually trying to say. And when we were writing those songs, we were kind of just writing about what we were going through in life at the time, where we were all kind of post college or post university, and like starting to enter into like the full-time workforce, or like entering into your career, or making those first steps. And you know, when you start to do that and then you realize that maybe this wasn't exactly what you hoped it would be, which is exactly what all of us were going through in taking that next big step and change in life. So, and obviously with Jerry-Faye and I, we just had our first kid, baby June, who's a year old now. So I can very much imagine that there's going to be a lot of songs about that transition of our lives for sure.
Nice. Yeah.
I could just imagine.
Yes, it's a big part of your guys' lives, so
Yeah.
that makes sense. And she comes with you on all of the tours and shows that you guys go to too.
Yes, she comes everywhere. We're very thankful to have her Gma, which is she comes with us and she watches her while we're on stage, and yeah, we're very thankful.
Okay, Dylan, this is your chance to have your request played. So one that you're singing on.
Sure. I think I would suggest the song "Rock and Roll." That's kind of been our one of our focus tracks that we've been sending along to people and radio stations and stuff like that to play with the album release. And yeah, Rock and Roll is kind of like the companion song to the idea of the Play Louder, Hit Harder title. It's all about kind of doubling down and, keeping the spirit of kind of what you want to do alive, and following your heart and your dreams, and not really listening to what anybody else is saying.
Cool. Well, let's try it out. Can we do it?
Rock and Roll by
can.
Marian.
Keep it
right. Awesome. So that was Rock and Roll by Marian. So I just have one more question for you guys before we wrap up this segment. So you were featured on Tom Power's CBC Radio Q Hour, on Apple Music Strombo, and Canada.gov.ca, that the Instagram influencer, Instagram meme page, which we did also have on the show a couple of months ago, is calling you guys the best band in New Brunswick. So how does it feel to see all the positive reception to this album?
Feels great. I honestly hope it doesn't die. I hope that we just keep getting more and more.
Yeah.
And
For sure,
like, it feels good. Like we have someone working on the press with us too, Brendan McGee from Front Porch Publicity.
Oh, nice.
So he's been helping us like kind of reach out to radio stations and folks across the Maritimes and Canada, and even into United States, looking at satellite radio and all that sort of stuff. So it's been going really well, and it feels good because this record was a long time coming. We put a lot of work into it, so it feels good to have it be noticed, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I hope that you guys, continue to find the success in this album and keep it going, and all the best of success to you on your tour and next album too.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming on, and pleasure to meet you both again.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
Yeah, same.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Soundbite, a production of Porter O'Brien and CHSR 97.9 FM. Special thanks to our podcast host, CHSR, our sound editor, March Rojas Velasquez, as well as Adam Porter, who provided our theme music. You can find all our episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube Music under Soundbite. You can also follow and support us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Soundbite Podcast.